Hello, this is Terence Young, and today we're going to talk about the power of leveraging other people's money, OPM. Great quote by Robert Kiyosaki. People without leverage work for those who do leverage. Why do you want to leverage? Because you may not have the startup capital that you require in your own personal funds to be able to get your business or opportunity off the ground. So leveraging allows you to be able to diversify the startup capital that you have. It can be a combination of your own startup capital. It can be capital from other entities that we're going to go into in just a couple of minutes. Leveraging also allows you to retain more of your own personal funds because you may have unexpected expenses, you may have unexpected emergencies that come up that you need to have rapid cash to be able to access. So what are some of the ways that you can leverage other people's money? First of all, you can go to family and friends. Because your family and friends are people that are close to you, they trust you the most. But it is very important that if you're going to use family and friends, they need to have a clear vision and a clear plan of what you're using that money for. You don't want to have it ambiguous and you just ask it, hey, I need some money to start up a business and stuff. Make sure they understand it. You want them to buy into your vision, your why, for why you want to get your project off the ground. Because if they can buy into it, if they can see it, if they can realize it the way that you do, then they're a lot more likely to be able to provide you with the funds. And make sure that the terms are not ambiguous, that they have that understanding that if you decide that you are going to pay them back, make sure that they understand the terms as far as, are you going to pay them back interest or not interest? Are you going to pay them quarterly? You're going to pay them back monthly? Over how much time are you going to need to be able to pay that back? So make sure that the terms are clear to them and make sure they understand that nothing is 100%, that despite all your effort, despite all of your input into it, there may be that small possibility that you may not get the business off the ground and you potentially can lose those funds. Make sure that your family or your friends have that understanding, because the last thing you want is to have your family and your friends as enemies when money comes up and you're not able to pay them back for whatever particular reason. So, what are some of the ways that we can leverage other people's money other than family and friends? You can go to your traditional investors like your banks or credit union locations. However, do understand that these are going to probably charge you a higher interest rate. And you need to make sure that you have a well-established credit score for doing this as well. Also, another thing is there are plenty of entities out there outside of the banks that are willing to lend to small businesses. So just Google small business loans and you'll be surprised how many other entities outside of your traditional banks are willing to lend capital to small businesses. And also look into angel investors. Google angel investors, because those are wealthy people that are willing to put up their own capital to provide you with a loan. But again, like your family and friends, and probably even more importantly with financial institutions, they need to understand, what is your why? Why are you starting a business? How do you plan to get the business off the ground? What are the steps? What are the pathways towards the end goal or the end outcome that you're looking for the business? Make sure that they have clarity with that. And understand that there are those three entities that can loan you money, but leverage with other people's money is more than just leveraging money and finances. There are many other things that you can actually leverage that will help you grow your business. You can leverage time. Now, what do I mean by leveraging time? There may be some things that you are just not very good at, and you are just putting in money and you're putting in your time and your resources to try to grow that aspect of the business. Say, for example, that you are just not the greatest with regards to social media, but you're trying to study Facebook ads, you're trying to study other SEO, search engine optimization, you're trying to study the things that may not be your strength. Pay other people to be able to do that. Why? Because if you pay other people to do the things that you're not good at, actually that payment to them in the long run is going to be a lot more cost effective than the time and the money and the hours that you are trying to do to learn that stuff on your own, which goes into the next thing, leveraging their experience. I would much rather leverage experience to those people that understand things. I don't want to take up the time. I don't want to take up the energy to learn things that may take me years to get up to the proficiency of somebody that's already an expert in their field. So don't try to learn everything yourself. Learn to outsource and leverage other people's experiences. And the last thing is you want to leverage other ideas. Say, for an example, you want to get into the space of personal development, or you want to get into the space of learning how to optimize dating between people. If that's the space you want to get into, look at other entities that are similar to that space and see how they are successful. So what you want to do is you want to model, not necessarily copy word for word, but you want to model. You want to leverage their ideas. Break that entity down. What made them successful? What were the ways that they marketed? What were the ways that they were presenting their offer to people? You want to leverage their ideas. It's like, don't try to reinvent the wheel. See what works and then copy and utilize that in your own style. So those are the ways that you can leverage time, you can leverage experience, and you can leverage ideas. So remember, understand your why for why you want to leverage other people's money. Understand the ways that you can do it, and understand that there are ways outside of finances that you can leverage other entities. So until next time, take care, be well. Hopefully this was helpful. As always, definitely want you to like this video, to share this video with others. Definitely leave a comment as well, and I greatly appreciate when you join the channel, because you're going to be able to keep up with a lot more ideas and a lot more success tips that I'm going to present to you. Until next time, take care and be well. Bye-bye.